So before I actually get into the book and kind of summarize each chapter in a few minutes, I want to zoom out a little bit and just tell you briefly what my goal is by writing this book. First of all, contrary to most people's perceptions, the book is not about not caring about things. In fact, it's about the opposite of that. It makes the argument that you have to give a fuck about something. Therefore, the most important question is, what are you giving a fuck about and why? Now, that's a pretty cute little concept on the surface, and I think it's why a lot of people bought the book or enjoyed the book initially. But my goal with this book is that it's essentially a book about values. I very intentionally wanted to be contrarian to the self-help industry. Most self-help takes for granted what your values are. It takes for granted what your definition of success is. It assumes you want a big mansion and a fancy car and a perfect marriage with 3.5 kids and a guitar-shaped swimming pool. Most self-help books just assume that we all want the same thing. Whereas in my book, I wanted to point out that a lot of these cultural definitions of success, a lot of these cultural values may not be the right fit for us. And so the real important question of getting ahead in life or improving our lives is not necessarily figuring out how to accomplish every single goal we have. It's more in asking, what sorts of goals should we have in the first place? What sorts of things should we give a fuck about? So you'll see as we go through it that there are a lot of points in the book where I'm very intentionally contradicting most typical self-help advice.